Hi, this is analysis of Nick 4 here. For this video, I'm just talking about games I would like to see sequels for. Mostly games that, haven't had sequels like at least in the last 5 years. And the most recent example being Metal Gear Solid 5, which came out 7 years ago. But that was the last Metal Gear Solid game. Bad Company, for example, we haven't seen. The last Bad Company came out 12 years ago. Dante's Inferno, the last one came out, 10 years ago, and that was the only one. I like, share, subscribe. And keep in mind, these are games that I really enjoyed, or games that like I still feel could really be impactful at today. First off, your Mercenaries 2. What I love about Mercenaries 2 is the ability to call on airstrikes. It's third-person open world style, similar to Just Cause, right? You're going from, there's multiple different factions. It's a big open world. There's helicopters to go into, tons of vehicles to drive, and the last one came in 2008. So they can make a Mercenaries 3. There was rumors of Mercenaries 3 like 10 years ago, but that obviously never came to be. And yeah, I just imagine like if you guys know Mercenaries, imagine being able to call on the airstrikes now in the game, like with these modern graphics now, PS5 graphics, Xbox Series. I can imagine the graphics and the sound effects and the shooting. It'd be so epic. And I believe Pandemic Studios did go out of business, so that's probably why. Right beside is Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Now, the reason why the mechanics in the game is amazing. I talk a lot about it. The main reason why I want to see a sequel for this is because I felt like the last game there was fragments in the story. Now I know Metal Gear Solid 5. It's not, the series is not chronologically. So a Metal Gear Solid 2, for example, comes after 5, or But the reason why I love to see a sequel to this, because I feel like there's a lot missing on the table. There's a lot of fragments in the story of the main villain, Skullface, and But I mostly want to see like for this like a remake of the whichever one came after this, Metal Gear Solid 2 or whatever, chronologically, like in terms of story. Because Metal Gear Solid 5 had such great mechanics, everything about the game just amazing, just the mechanics, everything about it, the the shooting, everything, the going in cover and all that. So Metal Gear Solid 5, I love to see a Metal Gear Solid 6. Now I know it's not gonna happen because the creator and the company, what's his name again? Kojima broke up with Konami, and then so Kojima's kind of doing his own thing now. Right above is Midnight Club Los Angeles, which is like 14 years ago. That was 13 years ago, 09, so a while ago. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. This is the complete edition. They had one of my favorite racing games, Midnight Club 2, this is Midnight Club 4. Midnight Club 2, which is really good. But the reason why Midnight Club, I love to see a sequel. I love to see like a Midnight Club 5, or Rockstar seems to be only focusing on Red Dead and GTA, which is great. But I love to see them go back to something like this. With lots of tons of cars, lots of racing modes. Like that's what makes it so special. So many racing modes, lots of racing modes, and time trials and tournaments. And this one, there's endless amount of racers that you can challenge, and there's the animation. There's kind of like a little mini story going on. But yeah, the driving is good. The only thing with this one was there was a motion blur. But with a modern Midnight Club today, you wouldn't have the problem of motion blur, because look at how far racing games have come since then. Right beside is Resistance 3. I love to see a Resistance 4 because I feel like it's one of PlayStation's best shooters. It's between Resistance and Killzone, right? That's really what Resistance 4 would be amazing with Insomniac. Insomniac is one of the best developers around today. Spider-Man and this one, Ratchet and Clank, they do make tons of games. But with Resistance 4 today, imagine the shooting, the multiplayer, and it's like an alien invasion, right? So where you're like humanity's last hope against extinction or whatever. So yeah, just imagine you get tons of weapons. You get in this game, you get weapons that can shoot through walls. You get mutated weapons, which is so good for crowd control. You get weapons that can you can tag onto. No, you can auto aim kind of, or I can't remember, aimbot or whatever. And every weapon has a certain special. You have a barrage of rockets. You have a pistol that can shoot out a grenade launchers. But just imagine it now. I know Sunset Overdrive was, it was like a third person kind of cartoon, but it kind of had a similar feel to this game, and how you just wipe out waves of enemies, crowds coming at you. But a Resistance 4 today, PlayStation, then I think PlayStation really needs that first person shooter as an exclusive. That would be amazing. Dante's Inferno is another one because it reminds me so much of the older God of Wars, in God of War 1 to God of War 3. It's hack and slash nature and the upgrade system, how he does the puzzles. Everything is so similar. The platforming, it feels so similar. But Dante's Inferno 2, I'm not sure if this is for PlayStation as well. For an Xbox exclusive, I'm not sure. Please let me know. Imagine this being an Xbox exclusive today. Dante's Inferno 2. It would be amazing. That would be amazing. It would really give Xbox, it would really help out the Xbox, exclusives, because which it is lacking, you can tell, throughout the last 5 to 10 years. But Dante's Inferno 2 would be amazing with the hack and slash nature. I know a recent game came out recently, Solstice, which I heard there are problems with the camera or whatever. And but that game looks great. So I can imagine a game like this coming out today. Yeah. Another recent game is Nier Automata, which came out like 5 years ago. But imagine a game like this now. And this was like 2009, 08. So that's 13, 14 years ago. Below it is Infamous Second Son. Now I know this is a more recent one. 8 years ago it came out, but still, it's only lasts a generation. It's only a generation ago. But I know the Infamous First Light DLC, but that's technically a sequel. But I would love to see an official sequel to this character, an Infamous 4, or Infamous Second Son Part 2, or Infamous Third Son, or whatever. And then so that's the powers you get, the ability to drain things. You get these elemental abilities, is very cool, and you see your powers evolve over time. Yeah, it's really cool. Right? Infamous, and then it would be able to be on the same level as Spider-Man, or whatever it be, a Batman Arkham game, or the big open world games, Horizon or Forbidden West or whatever. I really enjoy Infamous Second Son. It was short, although it was short. You could fix that with the Infamous 4 or an Infamous Third Son. You can make it longer, give you more powers, more upgrades, and all that. But yeah, an Infamous 4 would be amazing. And this is the third one in the franchise, technically. It is the third Infamous game, technically, if you're not counting the DLCs, but the first came after. The graphics is amazing, and this 8 years ago, the graphics in the game is amazing. Max Payne 4, I really want to see a Max Payne 4, because I'm going to do a video on this pretty soon where I do a comparison between Max Payne and Bourne Conspiracy. It's such an easy game to get into. It's a level-to-level design, the bullet time, the shooting, great mechanics, and another sequel that the Rockstar franchise is obviously, again, focusing heavily on the next GTA and GTA 5 and Red Dead. But they could go back to this and make a Max Payne 4. It would just kick ass today. It would be amazing. It would be amazing if they, assuming everything goes right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if you'll ever get a sequel to it. But yeah, man, amazing. Just plus imagine the bullet time mechanics and the animations and the slow-mo animations with today's graphics, and the frame rate, or a ray tracing, or whatever it's called, and frames per second. It'd be amazing. Now the last one now is probably arguably my two most favorite multiplayers of all time, Bad Company 1 and Bad Company 2. The Bad Company, kind of like a sub-franchise to the Battlefield. But what I loved about the first off, I love the overall campaign. This fun, jokey tone characters, and they're like military, rejects or whatever, and then they have to fight their way through certain challenges or whatever. So, but it's really fun. The dialogue is really good in this campaign. But what I really, really love is the overall multiplayer. Even though the multiplayer felt limited in terms of its game modes, and weapon selection. It was really good. It was really, really, really good because it's such an easy multiplayer to get into. With the, a capture the flag, a conquest, or capture the flag, with the rush where you have one team trying to blow up these crates, the other team have to defend it. It was really good, and you got tanks. You got the ability to go in tanks. You could go in helicopters in a third-person view. You could go in Humvees, APCs, and with the 3 different factions, you had American, Russian, and a Middle Eastern army. And yeah, so a Bad Company 3 to get today would be amazing. Now I know Battlefield, I think it's too late for it probably because I think fans have probably moved on. But for me, I would love to see a Battlefield 3, Bad Company 3, Bad Company 3. And Battlefield 3 is not Bad Company 3 because that game was another. It didn't take place after this. It's more no, I think another kind of franchise. But a Bad Company 3 would be amazing. Like, with the amount of tanks you could go into, and the animations would be amazing. The shooting would be amazing. The different support packs you get, and unlockables. Yeah, it would be amazing. So Bad Company 3 today would be, if that ever came out, like the next 5 years, I would love to see that. So overall, games I love to see sequels for, and I'm gonna do more. This is just a part 1, and the one I'm really leaning on is Mercenaries 3, because we see Just Cause being similar to this. We've seen a Just Cause 3, a Just Cause 4. I'd love to see a Mercenaries 3 come out today. And then obviously Resistance 3, PlayStation, I feel needs a first-person shooter. So like, share, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Games I Want Sequel 4, and the next video is a video game comparison. Thank you.